Hey guys, welcome to Cook with Nancy. Today I want to show you guys how to make this Danish pastry or a berry tart with the creamy filling which is custard, and it is super easy to make. And I will show you exactly the steps and the methods and to get this beautiful glaze on top, just like the bakery style. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. That way you don't miss on upcoming videos. Let's get started with this berry tart or the Danish pastry. To start off, first we are going to make the custard or the cream. Here I have 2 cups of milk and I'm going to heat it until it's close to boiling point, but not exactly boiling. Meanwhile, we will prepare the rest of the ingredients for the custard or the cream. Here I have 6 egg yolks and half a cup of sugar in a large bowl. And I'm going to just whisk it until the ribbon forms. As you can see, it's beautifully whisked together. At this point, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of corn flour. If you don't like corn flour, you can add all-purpose flour. Go ahead and combine them until no white flour or corn flour is visible. Now it's all well combined. Now the milk is nice and hot, but it's not boiling. Now we are going to temper the egg yolk. You don't want to add them together, so add little bit at a time. As you add, go ahead and constantly whisk the egg yolks so that it doesn't become a scrambled egg. Once you whisk them and it is tempered, now I'm going to transfer the egg yolk mixture into the hot milk and keep whisking it and bring it back to the stove top, and we are going to constantly whisk it on a medium heat. Now bring it to a boiling point. Don't worry about any lumps. There will not be any lumps. If at all there is a lump, you can always stain it. Now once it is nice and thick, I'm going to turn off the heat and add 3 tablespoons of butter and go ahead and mix it. Now I'm also adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Go ahead and mix it. Once all well combined, just let it cool down completely. It's also better to make one day ahead if you prefer. And I'm going to cover this with a cling wrap so that any skin formation can be avoided while it is refrigerated. So while that is cooling, now I will go ahead and roll the pastry dough that I bought from the store. I thawed it in the refrigerator last night, so it is easy to work with. Now go ahead and roll it, maintaining the rectangle shape. Cut into 6 equal squares and space it out a little bit. Now I'm going to score them in the center like a frame. Now don't go all the way, don't cut through all the way. You just want to score it a little bit so that it gives that beautiful pocket shape. When it is ready to push it down, it creates nice pocket to do the filling. Now continue to do this with the rest of the pastry sheet. Now I'm going to dock in the center with the fork. This allows the steam to escape, and then I'm going to brush with egg white. Once that is done, I'm going to bake it for 20 minutes at 425 preheated oven. If your dough is softer, just pop it in the freezer for 5 to 7 minutes before you bake. Once it is baked, remove it from the oven and let it cool down completely. Here I have berries. I'm adding 1 cup of each berries, like blueberry, strawberry, raspberry and blackberry. I'm going to just slice the strawberry and then add 1/4 teaspoon of lemon juice. Don't add more than that. We don't want it to be too liquidy. Go ahead and toss it gently without bruising the fruits. Now to this I'm adding 1 tablespoon sugar. Sugar is optional. If your berries are too sweet, you don't have to add sugar, but the sugar gives this beautiful glaze as well. And go ahead and mix it gently, and you do this step only when you're ready to do the filling, when all your stuff is cooled and ready to go into the pastry. Now go ahead and score the edges once again to loosen up, and then it is easy to push it down. And I'm going to continue to score all the edges. Just follow the score that we already created and just push it down. Now as you can see, it has created beautiful pocket, leaving the edges as a base. Now I'm going to just bring the filling that is already cooled down. Now I'm going to start heating the pineapple jam. Now you can use pineapple jam, apricot or peach jam, anything that is similar in the color. This is what gives us beautiful glaze on top of the fruit that you get in the bakery. Now I'm going to just heat it a little bit, simmer it a little bit. Once it is nice and liquidy in texture, I'm going to bring it here to brush it on top. Now go ahead and start filling the custard generously, filling all the corners. That corner could be yours. Push it all the way through in the corners and do not overfill it. Just fill it just enough, and then we will add the fruits on top of that so that you have some space to add the fruit. And you see the custard is not too thick, it's not too runny, it is right consistency. That's what we wanted. Now once the custard is all filled up, now go ahead and add the fruits. Once your custard is all filled up, now I'm going to add the berries on top. Now make sure all the corners are covered with the berries, all kind of berries. Garnish with some rosemary or some mint leaf. This is optional. If you don't want, you can skip it. Now the fruit jam that is ready to go. So what I'm going to do, take a pastry brush and go ahead and brush it on top of the fruits and also the side of the pastry. This is what gives this beautiful glaze. Before you serve, just let it settle before you serve so that it has this glaze on top. This is a great recipe for this holiday season. I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment below, and I will see you soon in my next video. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Bye.